What up, what up? Are we live? About to go on a scooter ride around town. And just making sure the live is working okay. Let me know if you can hear me, and then I'll get on the road. Got the GoPro on my helmet. I got the helmet flipped open right now, but I'm looking down at my phone, so whenever I make sure that the live is working good, I'll put the helmet down and start up the scooter and get on the road. Hello, hello, is anybody there, and can you hear me? Hey, 87 Ricer, so can you hear me okay? Alright, audio loud and clear, so I'm gonna flip my helmet down and start up the scooter and get on the road. Just gonna go on a ride, not going anywhere in particular, just gonna ride around town. And not gonna go out of town because I know if I do I might lose signal. So check one last thing here. Stream health is okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna stick around town. Hopefully the signal stays strong, and let's just go for a ride. I won't be able to look at the chat very much because I gotta tilt my head down in order to see my phone. So just gonna be more riding and talking and not much looking at the chat, but I'll stop every once in a while and look. Let's just get on the road. So this is my second live, and this time I did it right, because last time I set it as unlisted because I thought that it would just be unlisted after the live was over, and then I could review it and then make it go public. But it turns out that if I set it as unlisted, then it's not actually live unless I share the link to people. So this time I set it up as public, so now I can tell now it is live because people are coming in. So, like I said, I'm not really going anywhere in particular, just gonna go for a ride. And I'm just gonna go all over town. And I think the GoPro battery has about an hour. So last time I did 34 minutes. And I'm just gonna ride until either an hour or the GoPro dies. I'm gonna try to end it first. It'll probably be cold in an hour, and it's already cold now. So, yesterday it felt like winter again. And today it was a little bit better, but it's still a little chilly. And I'm ready for summer, because it was here. Like, summer was here, and then it just got cold again. I hate when that happens. Because a couple days ago it got up to like 80 degrees. Now I think it's 50 degrees right now, and I didn't bundle up, you know, very much. I just got a long sleeve shirt and a jacket, but it's warm enough because it's my down jacket, so it doesn't let wind in. Yeah, right now I'm like on the outer edge of town, but I'm gonna go just ride all over town. Like I said, where I'm going, I'm just gonna ride. I'm about to go on one of my least favorite roads. I don't like this road here because it gets a little bouncy. I'm still at the edge of town. If I go that way, I'll go out of town. So I'll go up to the right, turn left, then I'll be on the road. That'll go through the whole town. Then at some point, I'll way and ride around the college area. I remember to keep my head up, because when I ride, I let my chin hang down a little. My head up more, you can see more. So tilting my chin. I go through town over real quick and take a look at the stream. It's always empty back here. It's a nice place to put the scooter out of the way and not be bothered. What do we got here? Stream health is okay. Yeah, I can't wait for that candle. 2027. Like I said before, I'm going to register next year, and I'm getting myself to the starting line. Whether I make it all the way, I don't care, but I am going to get to the starting line and scooter cannonball. How team is going to be throughout town, because this spot actually is kind of a, well, if I park over there on the close to Dairy Queen, I don't have good signal. Over here good, but yeah, it may cut out or get a little choppy depending on where I'm at, because they're just in this town the signal drop, and then you go like half a block and it comes. But stream going now, head back on the road. Funny thing, I honestly don't remember if I ate anything today yet. And Taco Bell. Yeah, got up this morning, took my son to school, did some door dashing. I went home around, I think, 7. So yeah, I did eat. I did have one of the meals. They're not very big, so now. But I like these long days because, you know, when the day feels long enough that you forget what you did that morning, I like those days. I don't like those days that just go by too quickly. And that's when most days are like that. You know, you wake up and next thing you know, it's nighttime. So I end up being a night owl and stay up till like 8 a.m. Come up on a stoplight that is always backed up. It's way up there. It's backed up here. Everybody hates this stoplight up there because it's the longest stoplight. You know, go north and south and east and west. You just sit there and sit and sit and sit, and it doesn't seem to want to change. And then it changes, and then it only lasts like 15 seconds. It's again. Road, go right traffic, come back outside. Let's see how close I get on the... Get up there down the road. I should be able to make the next... I'm close. Like it's good. Alright, let's see if I make it. And I made it. Not as windy today as it was the last 2 days. 2 days ago was horrible. Not so bad today. Kind of a crosswind where I'm at right now. Yeah, that stoplight back there that I was stuck at, that was about halfway through town. Got all the kayaks and boats out at Tractor Supply. I don't have my kayak anymore. I sold it to a buddy of mine because I don't know, during the time that I was taking care of my dad and wasn't getting out as much, you know, except for scooter videos. And that's why I was doing a lot of scooter videos, because back when I was taking care of my dad, I wasn't able to go camping and hiking and kayaking and hunting and all that stuff that I used to do. So scooter videos, it, you know, became my thing because at least I could stick around town. And ended up selling my kayak because I just wasn't using it. So I don't know if I'll get another one again. I know I want to go hiking and camping again. And I don't have to kayak out to that one backpack camp, because that's just like a 10-minute paddle. And if I hike it, well, 1, I'll be hiking, 2, I'll be camping, and 3, it'll be a longer video rather than, 10-minute paddle and nothing in between. I'm just going through the Walmart parking lot, and then just gonna go out on some side roads. I don't know why they put the stop sign there and then there's a curb in front of it. You gotta go over here to go around it anyway. They kind of messed that part up. Nobody's gonna stop there and then cut the wheel to the left just to go around that curb. I can feel that sun a little bit when I stop. Feels good. I'll just ride around some neighborhoods. Whoa, that car was about to pull out in front of me. Glad he saw me. I haven't ridden a bicycle in years. I don't think I can anymore. Get too winded. Let me check this out real quick. Yeah, this is Missouri. Born and raised here for most of my early childhood, and then I lived in Iowa. There was a time where I was moving back and forth between Missouri and Iowa because my dad lived in Missouri, my mom lived in Iowa. I wanted to live with both of them, so every couple years I was just back and forth, back and forth. I lived in a small town called Madrid, Iowa, way up north of Des Moines, and I was just back and forth, and then I was living in Iowa whenever I moved out on my own. Had 2 apartments in Iowa, and then I moved to Georgia. So I lived in Georgia for a couple years, and then came back to Missouri, and then I moved out to Connecticut. It was like a couple years after I came back home from Georgia. I moved out to Connecticut. I was only out there for like a month or 2. Came back home, and then I moved out to New York and I was there for like 5 years, and about 4 years in, I went on a vacation to the Philippines, met my wife, brought her back. Well, it took like 10 months to get her here. We got married, and then we just came back to my hometown. So that way, you know, she was surrounded by all my family. 'Cause I didn't really have friends out in New York, you know, except for a couple co-workers that I worked with. And we were living in a really small 400 population town. So you know, she left her country, came here, and then had like nobody, you know, around her, you know, except me and my one sister that lives out there. So we thought, okay, we'll just come back to my hometown, and yeah, and all the rest of my family's here. So yeah, I kind of lived all over. Been through just about every state, you know, east of Missouri, except for like Maine and Rhode Island. I haven't been there. But yeah, just about every other state, you know, I either drove through it or I lived in it. New York, Georgia, and Connecticut. And I haven't been any farther west than Oklahoma and Nevada. So I do want to go out more west and go through some of them states out there. And I'll get to, because, you know, I'm going to do that 2027 Cannonball. And if they started in California, then I'll be out there. And what I plan on doing, because I'm not going to rely on anybody to get me out there, and I'm not going to ship the scooter, and I'm not going to rely on anyone to, you know, with the truck to take me out there, because if that falls through, then I won't have a way out there and no time to ship it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rent a U-Haul, throw this in the back of it, drive all the way out there, and then I can drop the U-Haul off, and I'll be at the starting line. And then wherever we end up at the end, I'll just get another U-Haul and drive back home. I'm going to turn here because we started here. So I'm going to go this way, go up on the square. Can you imagine having a funeral in that cemetery there? Like on one of them hills? It's gotta be annoying to stand on that steep hill. Got a crowd of people standing there, and you know, and you gotta fight to stay upright. Courthouse at the and forestry. Got one right there, right there, right there. I'm gonna go up by the car, check the time when I here. See anybody behind me? Nope. Yeah, about a half hour I've been on. Yeah, I'm gonna go find and then I'll read some of. So I'm hoping that someday they're gonna about take fence line, because at nighttime there is no good lighting here, and college students will cross at the crosswalk and then you can't see them on the other side out in front of you. And I don't know why, but for some reason I think they have at this college that, you know, every new student that comes in, they must sit them down in the class and tell them you have the right of way. You don't have to look for cars. You don't have to look. You can just walk out in the crosswalk with the beat headphones on and looking down at your phone, because you have the right of way and you can cross without looking. I'm sure they got that class, because you're not paying attention. It happens all the time. They just walk straight out in front of you, and you have the right of way. But if you're driving down, they're like literally at the cross, you know, before they get out, and you have the right of way. You can keep across already. See that, like that? Enough out, you know, he had the right of way. But when you see it coming like down the side, you have a feeling that they're going to keep going straight, and what they're going to. But sometimes they'll be walking out to the road. Alright, so let's say there was a crosswalk on this road. They'll be out to the street, and they walk, and all of a sudden pivot and step out. And I see that all the time. So anytime I see someone walking down the sidewalk or close to the walk, I'll slow down and pay attention, because you know they're back and they'll pivot out in the street without looking. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure they got that class. You know, go ahead and out. Cars will stop. Well, no, they won't if they're close enough and they end up hitting you. So I just did a big circle around the car. I'll head back up where got to find that parking lot, because I was talking about yeah, I'll come up here and pull over. Pull over right. Alright, still good. And about 4. Yeah, I plan on getting a lot of extra parts, but one, see, I already got a couple, 2 extra belts, get some, and I'm gonna get a whole clutch and barrier assembly. Probably get 2 sets of those. Don't know how a Chinese scooter is gonna do on the Cannonball. I tried to find someone who had a Chinese scooter on the Cannonball, but I couldn't find any. They all have like Yamahas and Hondas and I don't know, scooter. But yeah, I'll get like all the plugs, get some of the set of tires, but I'll make sure I got enough with me, you know, in case I end up breaking down on the road. So see, one guy was in Quasimodo. I forget what he had. I think it was, well, he had like a buddy something on one of them, and then he had something else on another Cannonball. But one of the Cannonballs he did, he had like a Dr. Pulley clutch play or variator or something, and he had with it. He went and he had to change, you know, play, you know, the parts assembly. It was just all chewed up and back and forth. Little play, just chewed, and I just had a lot of issues with the variator Dr. Pulley. So the thing, it was the that it said. It wasn't exactly, you know, it could have been. So he had so much So I'm sure the pulley assembly, you know, worked just. It just, I don't think he had it set up, you know, the right way. So every day he was told it was causing a lot of air until it ended up, you know, just one go starting it, jump, had trouble starting, and he wasn't sure. I think it had to do with coil springs or something. And someone else I watched, you know, what I'm taking away from this is everyone that there's some way we're having issues. Because I know there were some people on the Cannonball that had pretty much all stuff. They may upgrade, you know, do, and but the rest was locked. So, no, after a couple of days, or you know, just normal air from 3 for a day, just normal tear, but this. So I don't plan on. I'm just, you know, some parts that I probably need. I'll get a set of tires and yeah, yeah, it's a little because they're just knobby tires. City. There's a bit of bike on the road now. 5, 6, 7, I think those might be company cars there, but this place around the back. I'll show you. This is where I took course test here. The turn, come up, stop, box. So yeah, and I took it during cicada season, so there were like tons of cicadas just flying around, landing on me, landing on the scooter, and I had them on my helmet. So yeah, I took the whole test surrounded by cicadas, and I passed. Then this is where you also take the test too when you get your permit. Stop right here, check out the chat again. Yeah. Yeah, I checked the U-Haul prices. It's gonna be like, well, the prices today anyway. It's gonna be like $850, $900, and that's probably before all the fees and gas charges or whatever other charges they have. But I plan on saving up, you know, and getting myself out there some way. Try to see, I'm gonna, instead of like getting my buddy on board who has a truck, you know, who needs vacation away, you know, instead of trying to get him on board and having backup, you know, I'm gonna plan on the U-Haul and have him as a backup. Because if he decides, you know, then I'll have him there. He can be my support along. Not liking it and ended up going home, I can still get a U-Haul, you know, when I need to get back home. But then, because I'm going to purchase the support truck option. So, you know, like I said, I'm not going to rely on anybody to be my support truck. I'm going to make sure I have that support truck package during the. I have someone there. I think there's a baseball game or a softball game or something going on up by the school. What's going on here? Oh, dropping someone off at soccer practice. So yeah, I'm definitely getting that support truck. But if my buddy wants to come along, take a vacation and out there, and then he can make his own way back home and have a little road trip vacation for himself. Yeah, that'd be great, as long as I get to the starting line. But I'll save up enough for the support truck during the Cannonball and the U-Haul to get home. Making a parking lot there, and they're taking forever. Been like 3 or 4 months now. I just hit that manhole. I haven't even checked my gas since I started. Yeah, I remember I filled it up the other day. I've only gone 31 miles on it so far. I don't have a good indicator on, you know, when my gas is low. It's just got these little black bars on it. And when it gets down to the last bar, it's flat. Stand up. Right. So you gotta pay attention. Riding along, I look down, It's flat. Okay. About to run out. What I wish I had, I think the yard it 120 got like a bright light that's up. Yeah, it's just run out again. Sun's still out, but it's sure getting colder. I'd say it's probably about 45 now. Get across real quick. Do some more neighborhoods. That no motor vehicle sign was for that little trail there. I can't remember. I know there were train tracks that, you know, went through town many years ago. I can't remember if that was where it went through, because they're turning, you know, they're turning all them areas into hiking, like a concrete hiking trail where the train tracks used to go through town. But I don't think that was one of them. I think it's more towards the center of town. I can go buy some of those. That's what I'll do. I'm not too far away from it. I don't know how much battery I got left on the GoPro. I got the front screen turned off so I can't see, but I can kind of go by the stream. Let's see here. My fingers are cold. 53 minutes, so I'm not sure how much longer I got on the battery. So if it cuts out, then that's why. I might wrap it up soon anyway. I like doing these long rides because when I'm door dashing, I'm just, you know, it's stop and go, and I don't ride around when I don't have an order. I just sit in the parking lot, you know, to save the gas. I go on these like long rides like this. Not only is it fun, but you know, it's a good test on the scooter to see how it handled, you know, just constant go. Now on the Cannonball, it's going to be pretty much full throttle the whole way, so it's really going to be go, but at least these long rides that I'm doing, you know, it's a good test how it handles just, you know, non-stop riding. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and head back to where we started, and then take a look at the chat if it's still going, and then I'll end the live, head back home and warm up. You can see the hospital way up there, the top of the building. You can see it from way back. I always found it a little trippy that from right here you can see the road way up ahead of you, so you think that this road goes straight because you can see the uphill way up there, and then you get over this little hump right here, and all of a sudden it just curves to the right and then back to the left. So it does not go straight like it looks like it. Just pop over that little hump and then go around a curve. Yeah, back where we started here. Just gonna park right over here. See what we got here. See, when does the new route for the 2027 show up? So I know in June 2026 is when, around that time when the registration opens up, and then I think it's like a month or two before day one that they'll release the day one route, I think. Or no, they'll release the whole route, but they won't release like all the stops and the checkpoints along the way. So like a month before, they'll release the whole route, and then like on a few days before day one, they'll release day one only, and then on day two they'll release, you know, the remaining checkpoints. But that's just how I read that it did, how they did it. Yeah, my car does have a hitch, but if I take my car out there, then with the scooter, I won't be able to get my car back. I see a lot of gold wings around here, but I've never had an actual real motorcycle. If I do ever get one, if I can ever afford one, I'd want the oh, what do they call that? I forget what it's called. But something 1100 DCT or something, because you have the option of, you know, shifting yourself, or it's auto shift. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this live, head on back home. So I will catch you on the next video, whether it's a live or one of my pre-recorded ones. So thanks for everyone who joined the live. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here and go on home. So thanks for